Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart, giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
Good morning, everybody. I am so excited to be here today because I finally have it where I can show you this Flueid. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but I do like to show you new cool things that you can do so that you too can farm and find business at a very low cost. Because some people are getting off the ground and they don't have the amount of, financial resources. So that's what I like to do. I like to show people different ways to attack their business and smarter. Maybe, I don't know if that's necessarily smarter, but just a different way of doing things. So as promised for weeks now, I said I was going to show you this Flueid website that is provided by my title company, or one of my title companies. I work with First Integrity here in Denver, and it's nationwide, guys. It's not just limited to Denver. So if you would like this, I will just I'll put my email in, then email me, and then I will invite you to it so that you can have it in your town, in your city, and you can kind of work off of it. So really quickly, let me find the chat and put my email address in. And there we go, because I am terrible at doing things on the fly. Also, whenever I'm talking on Agent Power Huddle, I love it when you just kind of jump in, because sometimes I don't have the ability to... Oh, awesome, Darius. Sorry, because I'm not very good at watching the chat. So if you have something that you say, or if you have a question, please just interrupt me. It doesn't offend me at all, unless we get like crazy, like 200 people on the call, which I don't think is going to happen today. So last week, or the week before last, my daughter graduated last week, by the way. Molly, you had a question before I go into the Flueid. I was telling you how that in many of the MLSs, you can go to the real list, and it's not just Denver, but across the nation, many of the MLSs have updated their real list or their public records. And I wanted to show you this because it kind of works with Flueid, so that if you see on the Flueid app that you have a hot seller, you can possibly in your MLS hit the real list or the public records, and you can go down to the bottom and match it and see if the scores match. So I'm listing a property today, and yesterday I noticed that it has the number, it has the really high score. So Molly, I wanted to show you what I was talking about. So this can, oops, I'm not there. I have to share my screen. Share my screen. Share. You're not going to see me, I don't think, for a second. And so if you go into like your MLS, I'm sure it looks something like this. Everybody's going to have a different platform. And ours is called Realist Tax. If yours is different, jump in and let me know. But when I hit Realist Tax and I search a property, I'm going to search this one because I'm listing that one today. It's coming on the market. And I want to show you this. It's really cool. So we have Ted or Edward Frost, and I'm going to run the report. Can you guys see that screen? Because I have a really big screen, so sometimes I have to blow it up so you can see it. Yes. Okay. Okay, so down here, it tells you everything about the property, who owns it, the square footage, all that kind of stuff. It gives you the taxes for last year. And when I scroll down, here's what I was talking about, this sell score indicator. Can you guys see that? Yes. Okay, so it says very high, 949. That is a huge, huge, huge score. And so if you are farming a neighborhood, and let's say you're just farming the house, the 50 houses that are right next to you, if you started going through your real tax, if your MLS is updated, and so it may not apply to everybody, but go and see if it is, you may be able to see their sales score. Another thing in the Denver market and with Realist, if you guys have it, is you have the neighborhood profile and the market trend. And this has been updated just this year. I have not seen this in a very long, I have never seen this. But market trends. So if you're going to a listing presentation and you go to Realist and you pull this up, it talks about that zip code, what the total closed sales, and in March or in April or whatever day, the average days on the market, and there's just so much information in here. And I'm going to jump past it because it may not apply to everybody, but I just wanted you to check this out and see if your MLS has it. Also, the neighborhood profile. This is really cool. It talks about in the Villages of Parker, there's 11,000 homes, how many people live in there, how many children. So this is great information too, because it makes you, when you walk into a listing presentation or even a buyer presentation, it makes you seem like you know everything about that neighborhood, even if you've never sold a house in that neighborhood. So let's say you've put in Johnny in the car and you've never met Johnny and they're from, flying in from Dallas or something, and they want to see 2 or 3 homes in a neighborhood. If you have this, you can jump in, pull it up, and you see so much. Okay. Flueid.
Perfect. Yeah. And I did find that. I'm in the Northwest MLS and I actually found it. And then it was really fun. I got to show some other people on my team. And yeah, it was great. So thank you for that resource.
Really awesome, right? Because then if you combine it with this Flueid app, right? Because there was one person in one city that called me. I think it was in California somewhere. They called me and said that theirs wasn't as accurate as maybe mine is, but still you can combine it with that and kind of match them up and see, right? So what I did is I downloaded I got access to this program and I put it, and then I just went ahead and put in the address here. And as you can see where I do it, my property is right here. And immediately I'm going to start seeing all these little red dots. Okay. The red dots are very likely to stop. So if I'm on a budget and I don't, I say always, if you possibly can, send the 500 postcards or 250 postcards just listed on a contract sold every time. But if you don't have that budget and you really want to narrow it down, and let's say you have an incredible single property website, you could put together a mailing piece or a drop by, and you can pull up these addresses specifically, make sure they're not listed first, please. And you can see off market, single family, very likely to sell. Same thing, right? All the way through. So these people are going to be watching my listing anyway, so I might as well send them a CMA. They say that every listing that you take should convert you into 3 other sales, whether they're buyers or sellers. So this is just one more tool in your pocket that you can do that. Now, when it comes to farming, there is a way here. So I did put it in the PDF. I don't know if I did. I'm going to... So I have this PDF right here that I can share with everybody, hopefully. I know I can possibly send it to Autumn, or if you email me, through the email that I put in the chat, I am happy to give you the access to sign up and the PDF. And so it's like a directional. And so if you're going to farm, which is really cool, you could come in here and you can draw your map. So you come in here, you go into the draw mode, and then you draw your little map, and then you hit preview. And when you do that, let me show you. Make it smaller. Smaller. Okay. And when I do that, let's just say I want to draw a map right. Oh no. Not gonna let me. I can go and I can draw a map. There is a way to do it. This farm. Oh. Draw a map. Draw a map. Why is it when I'm on Zoom, I can't do things? Okay. So then I come in here and I just want to know this tiny area, right? And I do that, and then it's going to say preview. And then over here, it says there's 89 properties, 79 are owner occupied, 10 are non-owner occupied. There's 11 hot properties in here, and your turnover rate is 4.5%. So I don't know if you're old school or not, and you've never calculated turnover rate. I always say a good farm is 5% and up, but 4.5 is pretty good with 11 properties, right? So anybody have questions on that? I talk fast.
Can you dive into that just a little bit so I can understand? I think I understand what you mean, turnover meaning,
Okay.
Kind of thing, like any other term.
Okay, so turnover rate. So if you're going to spend money on a farm, you want to know, I always do it by year, or if I'm hand calculating, I take like the Meadows of the Castle, and there's 5,000 homes, right? Or actually there's 6,500 homes, but it doesn't matter. Let's just say there's 5,000 homes. And I go from January 1 to December 1, if I'm hand doing it. And I say last year, the Meadows of Castle Rock sold 525 homes, and they have 5,000 homes in the community. So it's 520 whatever homes divided by 5,000, and that gives you your turnover rate, right? And if you have it above a 5% turnover rate, you have a farm that's moving, right? And as we start getting into really watching where our dollars and cents come from and where they're going, you guys will really start diving into turnover rate, because you want to be really careful where you spend your money, for sure. Does that make any sense? And then once you start farming, you have to consistently stay farming. So choose your farm well. Okay, so in this one, it says it's 4.5%. So there's 10 non-owner occupied. There's 11 hot properties in there. So I'm going to back it up, and I'm going to come back to this, and then I'm going to go to my little cheat sheet, which is over here, that you can't read. And it's going to talk about, because you'll get this PDF from me too. It'll say, this form that she had pulled up was in 6.3. And then over here, it talks about, you can hit this little button over here, which I don't seem to have today. And it'll show you which ones are occupied and which ones are not occupied. Filter, let me see. Filter will work. Okay, yeah. So you hit the filter, and then it'll show me which ones are hot. And it will also, you can come down by bedrooms. You can come down by lot size, the square footage. And there should be another way over here to look at what is owner and non-owner occupied. But because I'm on a Zoom trying to teach you, I'm freezing up. At least that's what I do. But yes, there should be a filter. Let's see what this one says. This one says recently sold. You can click through and there is a way to find out emails and addresses too. And I think they charge you like 3 cents a pop or something like that. But let's say that you come in here and you want to do the farm, you can do that export button, wherever that is. It'll show you all of this. You can hit the export button and it'll show you their names, their phone numbers, and it'll give you that whole list. So then if you wanted to go into your Facebook marketing campaign, like do an ad, you can even drop in like your single property websites. You can send it out to the whole neighborhood. You can just get a list of the addresses if you wanted to not send it to a printer for some reason. I always send it to a printer, but if you wanted that list, you could maybe provide it to your printer so they didn't charge you an extra $30, and that you're sending to the same people every time. By the way, when you're farming, I always say remove the names, because if somebody moved or if a list is out of date, you don't want to be mailing to the person that was there before. So you can save your search so that you can come back and watch it and see if there's any MLS changes and stuff, so that when you log in the next time, you can see it. You can also track and upload your past clients. So you can upload your farm into a spreadsheet, which is what I was just talking about. But I think this tool is just amazing, because today I am literally going to list this property. I'm going to have the brochures made. I'm going to have the single property sent to me today. I'll do the tours. I will drop it into a Facebook ad, and then I will also send to however many I want, probably 25, 30 of these people, a marketing package with like a HomeBot QR code to see your value, with possibly the neighborhood trends or the market trends sheet, and like one of the brochures. I'll make extra brochures and I'll put it in. Hey, did you see this one? We have people looking in the neighborhood. If you're thinking of selling, please let me know, because if we get multiple offer situations, it's always good to have another property that might be thinking of selling. And I will get calls from that. So any questions with that? Pin drop. Is it confusing? Do you think you can do it? Does anybody... let me see if I can pull up the email really quickly and just drop how to do it in Gmail. You guys hear my puppy in the back? Do not judge me. My yeah, they're all judging me. What did... Here you go. Here. Copy link. And then I will come back to this and go to the chat. Right here. You should be able to sign up for it there. It'll ask you who your rep is. Just pick this girl out of Denver because she's providing this for all of us. You can use a rep if you ever use First Integrity in your town. She's in Denver. And if you just use her, then I'll make sure that she reaches out to make sure that you understand how to use this program. And you can always call me and ask questions. That's what I operate is Flueid, and then crunching it in with your RE Colorado, because let's say like my RE Colorado says this one has a 949 score. And when I go into Flueid, it also says very hot. See the little number over here? So one of the things that I can see right here is it says 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, property type, county, tells who owned it. They're 96% sure of the value, the taxes, and it talks about all this kind of stuff, social media and income. It also lets you see the old listings on Realtor.com and Zillow, and it will give you estimated net sheet too. What do you think? Well, unmute and let's talk about issues that maybe you're having or things that you might need help with. And I'll see if I can tie it in with this or something else. Love to do question and answers.
Can you skip trace any of the phone numbers that you use on here? Because I'm not a heavy caller. So
it's skip traced for you. It's skip traced for you.
Really? Oh,
and if
from Realist or with your title people?
Or from my title people, they do a DNC. They do a do not call for you, so it skip trades for you. But there is something, and maybe somebody on this call that is smarter than me can tell me. But I know at EXP you can take your lists and you can put them through something that EXP has. And
yeah, I think it's like phone safe or something like that.
Yeah, and you can drop your list in, and it will double check your numbers.
So I use Sync. So like, I'm not really looking to like buy into something else, but like it's the expired or with Rex you can do like geo leads.
Okay, so I'm not a big call people who have not asked me to call them kind of girl, but you use those phone numbers for your Facebook targeting, because everybody's phone number is tied to Facebook. So if you take the phone number, make sure I always have to put one in front of them before you load them into your Facebook targeting, right? You put those in, and then you can drop ads, and it will miss your neighborhood expert, whatever will pop across their Facebook, right? Hopefully.
When you, so I guess Facebook retargeting is something I never really got into or learned about. Here, let me look at the movie over here so that way I can look straight at you. So when you're posting your Facebook ads, it's something in like the meta ad suite where you can go in and like move your CRM from, say, Sync to Facebook to where they'll start matching those numbers.
I'm very strategic the way I do it. I don't take my whole Facebook everything, right? I take like neighborhoods, or because I have different kinds of ads, right? So I have people that I think are looking for cash buyers, or I have people that are looking like cash offers. And then I have a link for my cash offer to an EXP, and, like you have your own private link. So I run ads with that, and sometimes I'll click on those. I run like specific neighborhood things, like your Canterbury Farm or your Highlands Ranch or your whatever specialist. And so I have a list, and then I have other ones that are like to my sphere that just sort of like pop up every once in a while to keep me on top of mind, right? So not everything is like this massive,
right? Yeah, mass marketing.
Then,
so you, in a sense, then you can kind of like split up your CRM for your investors over here, your sphere over here, and then place those ads to go out separately to those people.
100%. And there are people much, Sammy will tell you, smarter than me when it comes to that.
You're already giving me gold, because I social media, you know what I mean? Like I post frequently and often and stuff like that, but if I had an idea on how to retarget, then maybe the websites I had outside of just like my IDX or where my leads come in through would start to track. You know what I mean? I started to get that traction on those websites too, outside of like the spam accounts and just kind of pop up saying, hey, let me run your account.
I wonder if Cam Renshaw on the call today? No. But I can put you in touch with Kim Renshaw. She has and actually, if you just text me, I can help you too. I
have your number personally. Is that okay?
My cell phone's free to have. It's 303-877-2908. 100%. And so I can, like, if I don't know it, Demi probably knows it. She's on here, or she was on here.
Last name, Jen?
Sells, Sells.
That's literally your last name?
That's literally my last name. I did not make it up. I did not change it, except for an ex-marriage.
Wow, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
His loss, not yours.
Yeah. So, yeah. So this is a really cool thing. So there is a program called Street Text. Just reach out to me about it because we have people in the organization that can kind of get you in certain things. I don't know. But they can do online stats for you. So if you can give your list to them, you can build your ad. And they, like, I don't have the brain capacity anymore to take on everything. So I like to, like, have people do things for us. So. Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm getting to. So, like, I guess I've always been babied in real estate with all of my other companies before coming to EXP. And I guess EXP was the first one. Was like, all right, welcome to the crew. You got it. All of it. So marketing and the calling and all that, like, it's things you've always been doing. But, like, now I just see, like, a bigger, broader picture. Like, yeah, some of this stuff start getting delegated.
Well, we're actually a big family here. And
oh, yeah, I found that out real quick. So trust me, like, I don't feel like I'm on a very big boat. I know exactly how to get to shore and I can see it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have everything I need to succeed. But I can't drive the boat and watch the rear view mirror at the same time. Somebody else got to come do that.
Yeah. So we have somebody for everything on this. Let me stop sharing screen because I'm just literally sitting there. But, like, we have somebody that can help with everything. We have the boot camps with GMO. We have Tech Tuesdays when do we have Agent Power Huddle? Like, every day somebody is on.
Oh, no. Yeah. I don't think I've missed that Agent Power Huddle since, like, I've been with EXP. Like, it's a part of, like, my daily. That's when I jumped on and I seen your face. I was like, that's who I need to talk to, because my buddy just sent me the mom's number who lives in Castle Rock. And when I told him, I was like, yeah, I met somebody in Colorado. And she said she runs Castle Rock. And that he was like, yeah, that house will sell for $300. And I told her that, and she kind of laughed at me like, yeah, nothing sells there. So I did my research and I seen that it was more like 700. We'll just call it 700 even. They picked cash for us. So they're just floating in equity. Yeah. They're ready to look. They're ready to look. So I'll have that conversation with her and then I'll kind of do the connection thing.
Okay. Well, I put the link in. I will have to send everybody the PDF because I just am terrible at loading PDFs in here. No, can't do it. Let me see. Actually, nope, it won't let me today. But I can just email everybody the PDF as they ask me for it. And if you have any questions, give me a call. And I can also hook you up with Lauren. It doesn't matter what state you're in. She will walk you through it. And then she will connect you with somebody in your state. If you decide to go with that title company, you don't have to. I actually have two. So anyways, I hope you got value from me today. And I'm so glad you jumped on. So appreciate you.
Makes sense, Els.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.